Welcome back, Healthy Mom Club, to day 2 of our full body prenatal sweat. Let's go ahead and get started by checking in on our space, making sure we've got about 3 to 5 feet around us in every direction, and we've got our waters nearby, got those dumbbells handy, and let's go ahead and get right into it just by reaching right on up. Palms coming together towards the ceiling. Let's lean it to the left. Bring yourselves back up to center to the right. Bring yourselves back to center. Let's drop those arms into great big arm circles. Starting backwards, just waking up those shoulder joints. One more, and let's switch direction. And now forward. Setting that intention for our class today, checking in on our body, checking in on our posture. Perfect. Let's drop those hands down. Stepping forward nice and wide into a semi-lunge. I want you to bend that front leg, pressing that heel of your back leg straight into the ground. Stretching out those calves, those hamstrings. Try and see how much distance you can create while keeping that back heel planted. And that will deepen the stretch. Switching sides. Nice straight back leg, soft bend in the front knee. Leaning into it, trying to maintain contact with that back heel. Perfect. Bringing ourselves back to center. Let's bring ourselves down onto our mat for world's greatest stretch. So left knee comes forward. Hands will be planted right on the inside of that left knee. Opening up to the right. Holding here for 3 breaths. Switching sides. Right knee comes up. Hands are going to go to the left of the right knee, leaning forward. Opening up to the left. World's greatest stretch to the left. Feeling that right down in those hamstrings. Perfect. Let's bring those hands back down while we are down on our mats. Let's do some bird dogs. So we're going to place ourselves on all fours. Knees and hands are the same distance apart, just about hip and shoulder width apart. Hugging baby up and in, bracing with that core. Let's take our left hand, right leg, out and in, meeting in the center. Coming back out, just practicing our neutral spine. Hugging baby up and in, belly button to spine. We'll do 10 on each side. And 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, switching sides. Hugging baby up and in, belly button to spine. Nice neutral flat back. Right arm, left leg, all the way out. Meet them in the middle. Keeping it nice and strong. Hips and shoulders are parallel to the floor. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourselves back up to those knees. Coming right back up to our feet into some more dynamic warm-up. So we're going to open up those hips. Right leg comes up, out and down. Then on the other side, hip openers. Almost like we're treading water, creating little egg beaters with our legs. Climbing off that bicycle seat. This is a really great one to travel across your space if you would like to. All right, we'll do 2 more on each side, and then we'll go into our marching. Start to warm things up a little bit further. Then back into those marching. Finding that intensity. We want to be able to talk, but we shouldn't be able to sing, and this is where we will be active resting in between our working sets. So once we found that intensity, take a quick hydration break and let's get right into our working supersets. All right, back into those working sets. First superset, we are gonna superset some dumbbell kettlebell swings with some goblet squats. So both these movements will only require one dumbbell. We're going to hold it just in our hands like we're holding onto a really heavy shopping bag. We're gonna place those feet just wider than hip width apart, screw those legs into the floor. And the motion, we're going to hinge as though we're shutting a car door with our bums, pushing through those feet, bring it up as a swing. Nice controlled movement. Kettlebell swings. We're going to do 20 of these, and then we're going to superset them with some goblet squats. So chest stays nice and proud. Rib cage is stacked above your pelvis. We're hugging baby up and in. And really focus on that hinge movement. We're using our bums to shut a car door behind us. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch that dumbbell so it's resting in between the butts of our hands, the heels of our palms. Screw those feet into the floor. Drop it like a squat all the way down, pressing through all four corners of our feet on the way up. Keeping that chest nice and proud. Rib cage is stacked right above that pelvis. Dropping down like we're sitting into a chair. Squeezing those booties on the way up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's set 1. Active rest for 1 minute. Marching those feet. Jogging if you want a little extra challenge. Do some toe taps. Whatever your body says is appropriate for you. Jogging in place, jogging around your space, jumping jacks. We're going to keep that heart rate a little bit elevated, but letting those muscles rest so we can go all out with that effort next time. 30 seconds, almost there. Let that breath come back to you. You can wander around your space, check your plants, see if they need to be watered. 10 more seconds. Make sure you've got that dumbbell nice and close. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Active rest is over. Grabbing onto those dumbbells, we're going to place them between our fingers, keeping those shoulders down and away from our ears. Booties go back like we're shutting a car door, hinging up for our kettlebell swing. We're bracing with those cores, hugging baby up and in. Shoulders are staying down and away from our ears. We're not wearing our shoulders as earrings. Booties go back. We should really feel it right at the top of our hamstrings, right in those glutes. Nice and controlled. We're not letting momentum take over. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little reset, shake out those legs. Heels of our hands are bracing onto that dumbbell. Feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. Screw those legs into the floor, drop it like a squat, goblet squats. Really pressing through all four corners of those feet. Making sure our knees are going in the same direction as our toes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Active rest, grab that water. 1 minute. We're marching, we're walking around our space. You're dancing. Just to keep that intensity up, keeping that sweat going, but we're always able to talk. March around a face, check in on your posture. Make sure those shoulders are down, back, and away from those ears. Hugging baby up and in, engaging that deep core. Keeping that water nearby, checking in on our bodies, taking breaks if we need. Fifteen more seconds. Give your body what you need before we do one more set of this superset. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab that dumbbell. Set yourself up. Screw those legs into the floor. Hinging those booties back and opening right up. Dumbbell kettlebell swings. Say that 5 times fast. Hugging baby up and in. Bracing with that core. Really thinking about sending that booty backwards. Hinging like a door. Shoulder blades are down and back like we're pinching $1 million check. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching that grip, heels of our hands, gripping onto that dumbbell. Screwing our feet into the floor, dropping those booties down, goblet squat. Keeping that chest nice and proud. Almost there, superset A, almost done. I like to kind of look 6 feet ahead of me on the ground when I squat. Helps keep me in alignment. Pushing through all 4 corners of my feet. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, here's our extended active rest in between supersets. Move around your space, grab that water, and we'll be right back for superset 2. Welcome back. Now that we're nice and hydrated, let's grab both of those dumbbells. We're gonna work on some overhead, some push and pull. So bring those dumbbells up, shoulder blades down and away from my ears. Soft bend in those knees, hugging baby up and in. Overhead press. We got the really hard stuff out of the way, the compound movements, those squats, all that lower body that uses our whole body. Those are out of the way. Dropping those shoulders down and away. Really focusing on we're letting ourselves do all the work, gravity's not taking over. All right, and in 3, we're gonna go ahead and switch to some bent over rows. We know this one. 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna pitch forward at about 60 degrees. Let those arms fall away, and then like we're starting 2 lawnmowers, bring them up by bending at the elbow. Dumbbells to about hip height, squeezing those shoulder blades at the top of the movement. Drop it down. Tucking in that chin, This one isn't very glamorous for that reason. Like we're starting two lawnmowers, we're sawing some sort of X formation in a log. All the way down, pinching with those shoulder blades, drawing back at the elbow. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Active rest. We're walking around our space, moving around. We're soccer drilling it. We're dancing. Just keep it moving. Let's really maximize every moment of this program we have. Grabbing that water, a little walk and hydrate. Checking in on the posture, checking in on intensity. Are you passing the talk test? That is what ACOG has asked of us, that we never go beyond an intensity at which we can't talk. I don't want you to be able to sing, but we should be able to talk the whole time. 30 more seconds, maximizing that rest. Shoulder blades are down away from our ears. This should be fun. Hugging baby up and in. Great big deep diaphragmatic breathing, really sending that oxygen to all our muscles. All right, eye up those dumbbells. Let's head over there in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overhead press. So bring those up, soft bend in those knees. We don't want anyone passing out. And all the way up, all the way down, just to about shoulder height. If you're having issues with your blood pressure, just one at a time. Or we can go both, all the way up, down to shoulder height, resisting gravity on the way down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pitching forward a little bit, tuck that chin, soft bend in those knees, and we're gonna row up, pinching those shoulder blades together back and down like we have $1 million check. And we're really squeezing those dumbbells, maximizing the gains from grip strength as well. All the way down. Should be able to have a nice tuck in that chin, lengthening our posterior chain, looking about 6 feet ahead of us on the floor. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Active rest, moving around our space, walking around, grabbing that water, switching the song, turning on the air conditioning. Checking in on our breathing, checking on our heart rate. We feeling a little too warm. Whatever is tricky for me might be too easy for you. It might be too hard. Checking in on that body. "30 more seconds and we were done with this superset. I've snuck in one more today. And our finisher's a little bit easy. We're doing abs, core, and our finisher all in one. All right, grab those weights in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overhead press, last set. All the way up. So close. Over halfway there, those endorphins are kicking in. The hard part's over, you pressed play. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pitch it forward, soft bend in those knees, bent over rows. And one of the best parts about using dumbbells as opposed to barbells, our dominant side can't take over. Sometimes they get a little greedy. And this way, both sides, our left and our right, are getting an equally as challenging workout. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we've got an extended active rest. Allow yourself to recover. Grab that water, walk around your space, and then we'll get right into round 3, superset 3. We're gonna be doing some chest presses, some bicep curls. So a pull motion and then a horizontal push. All right, we've made it final superset. Let's get into it with our horizontal push and vertical pull. So bringing those dumbbells up to chest height, punching forward, chest press. If you prefer, you can do a wall push-up on these ones. Keeping those shoulders down and away from the ears. We're hugging baby up and in. Soft bend in those knees. If you've ever seen those videos of choir children passing out, it's usually because they've locked their knees. All right, we're gonna drop it down into a bicep curl in 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, curl it up. And we're really not allowing momentum to take over. We're not just swinging it around like we're Johnny Bravo. Nice gentle bend in those knees, hugging baby up and in. You're gonna hear a lot of me saying that. Curling it up. 5 more, active rest. 2, 1, active rest. Set those dumbbells down, walking around our space. We're maximizing every second of this workout. We're getting 1/5 of your 150 minutes required by ACOG, required by the Government of Canada. Recommended, that is. Moving around that space, checking in on our breathing, talk test. All right, 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells up, chest press, punching forward. Shoulders are down, hands are just about shoulder height, same with our elbows. And we're gonna curl in 3, 2, 1, curl it up. Nice gentle bend in those knees. All right, 5 more, active rest. We're so close. 3, 2, 1, drop it down, active rest. Moving around our space, having a little dance break, checking in on the talk test. Have a little walking water break. Maybe turn on the aircon, turn on a fan. 30 more seconds, we're so close. Last set of this superset. Then we have a fun little finisher and we'll cool things down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab those dumbbells, elbows out, punching forward, soft bend in those knees. We're hugging baby up and in. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, curl it up. Really dropping those shoulders down. We're not wearing them as earrings. Bring that belly button up and in, belly button to spine. And 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. And we'll do an extended active rest so we can kind of cool things down a little bit. We'll start dialing back on that intensity. Please grab a drink of water, pat yourself on the back. 3 supersets. That's not an easy feat. Grabbing that water. And I'll walk you through our finisher here. We're going to bring those hands up like we're grabbing onto something. We're going to knee ourselves in the hand, one leg at a time, almost like we're chopping a block across our knee. If we've got a bigger belly right now, we can do it a little bit more outwards, reaching around just as much as your range of motion will allow, your body will comfortably allow. So when we're ready, we'll do 20 on each side, starting on the right, stepping forward nice and wide, knee yourself in the hand, 30 on each side, hugging baby up and in. Little high knee, halfway there, 15 more. Three, 2, 1. High knees, other side. There's no way to gracefully switch sides, I find. High knees, checking in on that intensity. Can you talk? But no singing. 10 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Active rest. And here's where we're really gonna dial back the intensity. So grab that water and we're gonna slowly dial back. We're gonna bring that heart rate down from the space, bring that breath rate down from space. Grab that water. You can put those dumbbells away. Slowing down, taking those arms out of it. And we're slowly bringing those legs down. Just kind of walking around our space, taking as long or as little as you need. Really bringing that heart rate down. Just allowing ourselves to recover a little bit. So we're almost just at a step touch, and when you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and reach right on up, lacing those palms together and lean it to the left. Really feeling that stretch down, those lats, those muscles we worked during our rows. Holding here for 3 breaths, bring ourselves back to center. Switching sides. Hanging out here for 3 breaths. Taking those arms now, let's lace them behind our lower backs. Bring them out as far as you can behind you, dropping those shoulders down and away from our ears. Opening up our chests. So much of parenthood occurs up here, out here. So we can end up a little bit crunched up, so this allows us to open back up. Dropping those arms apart, let's take that right arm, hug it across our bodies. Feeling that gentle stretch along our posterior deltoid. Switching sides. I find my right, my dominant side, gets a little bit tighter. Then let's take our head, we're gonna bring our left ear to our left shoulder. Bring ourselves back to center, switching sides. Then grabbing onto a wall, a countertop, a chair for support, let's take our right hand, holding onto our right leg, pressing forward, quadricep stretch. At our 3rd breath, let's drop it down, switching sides, holding onto that wall, that countertop, that chair for support if we need. Bring ourselves very gently down onto our mats. Let's extend that left leg out in front of us. Folding forward. See if you can touch your toes. See if you can do a little bit better than me. Switching sides. Right leg goes out, folding forward, feeling that gentle opening. And on our third inhale, bring yourselves up very slowly and carefully. And thank you so much, Healthy Mom Club. This has been our full body prenatal sweat, day 2. Grab that water, be sure to rest, and we'll see you on day 3.